What's going on YouTube? It's Papi Larock from Larockscooking Adventure, and today I'm going to show you how to make pickles. Alright, here we have a regular old slicing cucumber, half of a yellow sweet onion. In our brine, we have 2 tablespoons of sugar, white sugar, 1 teaspoon of celery seed, 1 teaspoon of crushed red peppers, and 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. Here we have half a cup of vinegar and 1 cup of water. We're going to put vinegar and water into a 2-cup sauce pot, as well as our salt, sugar, and seasoning. I'm going to get this onto the stove. Here's the brine here. We have it on medium-high heat. We're going to let it go until it starts to boil. Alright, we're going to take our onion and slice it into thin slices, and our cucumber, basic standard cucumber, into pickle slice rings. Start with the onion here. Make sure you get all that skin off of there. I'm just going to do thin slices. All the way down. We'll add this to the bowl. We'll do our pickle slices, cucumber slices. Do about 1/8 of an inch. And into the bowl we go. We'll check on our brine. Alright, our brine has came to a boil, so now we're gonna put it into the pickles. We'll just pour it directly onto the pickles. Make sure they're covered all the way. We're gonna let this sit for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes until it's room temperature, and we'll give it a taste. Alright, about 35 minutes have passed now. Our liquid is definitely room temperature. We're going to give one of these a taste. And that tastes like a pickle. It's good for sandwiches, snack. Papi Larock's pickles. Like, subscribe, share.